Annyeonghaseyo from Korea. Welcome to Next Matchup. Today we're making bibimbap with caramelized Asian pear. For this dish, I wanted to choose an autumn or fall ingredient that is, seasonal to Korea, and pear or Asian pear is perfect for that. When you take this pear and you put it with some sugar, make it a little bit sweeter and caramelize it up, and then you combine it with our spicy bibimbap sauce that we're gonna make from scratch today because you want your flavor to be a little bit different. Well, once you get that done, that mix of sweet and spicy is perfect, and it makes for the best bibimbap, especially in fall and especially when we add some delicious mushrooms to it. Let's begin. I love cooking with seasonal ingredients, and in this case you can't get more seasonal for fall in Korea than pear, a bit of spinach, and some delicious mushrooms. Now the first thing we want to start with is to make our sauce. This is our gochujang sauce that we're going to put on at the end of it, and you want it to be nice and bright red with a bit of vinegar in there. The vinegar goes really well with the caramelized pear. It helps cut down on a bit of oiliness. The marinade, as always, try to do this first or after you do the sauce, simply because it can sit and rest and marinate while you prepare all the other ingredients. So we'll come back to that later. Now let's get our spinach going. We want to cook this one up a little bit earlier, and that'll give it time to cool. The spinach is pretty simple. You're going to blanch it in boiling water for a minute, not any longer. You don't want to overcook it. Then rinse it off under cold water and squeeze it out. Super simple. Don't put too much garlic and too much sesame oil on this, simply because you're going to over salt the dish and you'll find everything will be a little bit salty if you add all the salt we're about to use for the other ingredients. For the pear, slice it up thinly, not too thick. To be honest, I think I'm doing it a little too thick here. If I was going to do it again, I'd do it a little thinner because it gets a bit soft, doesn't get too crunchy, and it just caramelizes so much better. So I like the thin pieces more than the thicker pieces in the end. This is a bit of pickled radish. This is definitely optional, but once again, I want to get that pickled vinegary flavor in there. It goes very well with the pear. The mushrooms, a lot of people, especially in Korea, we tend to cook the mushrooms for a very short time, but I love mushrooms that are cooked for a longer time. I think that's the best way to get a good flavor. My wife really enjoys it as well. So cook those for a long time on a low heat. And that is the same for your pear. So get that going early because it's just going to sit there and cook away. It's going to get soft and it takes a long time. The other ingredients though, they're not in for a long, they're in for a short time. 1 minute for each with a bit of salt for the zucchini. Fry that up and then get it out. We don't want to be overcooking that and making it too floppy. That's about perfect in the video. I don't put salt with the carrot because I really like the natural flavors of the carrot. I don't think salt adds a lot to it. I think it tastes perfect the way it is. So there, our mushrooms are pretty much done. I'll give them about another couple of minutes, then I'll take them off. And then that time, we're going to throw the beef on. Fry that up. And you can do it how you want. You can cook it for longer if you don't like a redder, like a rarer style of cooking. Or you can cook it for longer if you like it a bit tougher. So you can see our delicious pear, and so we're going to throw the sugar on at the end after 15 minutes, and 5 minutes on a little bit of a hotter heat. That should brown it up and start to caramelize it and get a bit of crispiness sort of on there. And you'll see some of the smaller pieces are getting a bit floppier, and I actually like those more than the sort of thicker pieces. So that's why I said earlier, cut it a little thinner than I have in this video. I recommend that. It's all ready. And as always with bibimbap, you've got to plate it in a beautiful way because you want to show the colors off. So plan it out in your head how you're going to do it. Try to contrast them as I'm doing here. Greens, oranges, whites, and place them all on. And we've got one more thing to add at the end, of course, which is to put our sauce on, our delicious bibimbap sauce with gochujang. Look at that color, it's beautiful. Now, as you know, bibimbap means to mix. You have to mix your bibimbap, alright? That's the point of it. So here we go, we're going to mix it up and then eat it. So it starts off looking very beautiful, and to be honest, even mixed up, this looks beautiful. I hope you guys get a chance to make bibimbap, and the best thing is you can use seasonal ingredients. So see what you've got for winter, see what you've got for summer and spring, and enjoy a delicious bibimbap for the seasons. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video and 안녕히 계세요. Thanks for watching.